Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, today we're looking at the Patina line of cigars. They have actually added 3 sizes to their Maduro line, and today we're looking at one of them, and it's called the Copper 6x46. There's your density. Just for your information, back in May of 2020, I reviewed the Robusto size, the Maduro Robusto called Rustic 5x52. It received a very good score of 93.67. So that would be a little bit of a baseline. Now the other sizes they added were the Precipitation 4x50. And the Bronze 6x52. Hold on a second. Okay, I don't know what the 4x50 Precipitation is. The Maduro Rustic was 5x52. To me, that's a Robusto. I mean, 4x50 is also a Robusto, maybe a short Robusto. I don't know what they've got some different names, all dealing with, for the most part, metals. And you know what patina is actually. Their logo is an example of patina. It's the greenish color of the copper turns or that kind of stuff. Anyway, there's your band. It looks nice. It is the Maduro version. And speaking of that, there's very little known about it. The wrapper is Maduro, the binder is undisclosed, the filler is undisclosed. It does come out of Nicaragua. Factory is the Nicaraguan American Cigars SA, NACSA. So that's the long and the short of it. So what we got now? 1, 2, 3, 5 different sizes now. Yep. Oh, I see where on Cigar Coop's site he calls the Precipitation a petite Robusto. That's how much I pay attention to that because I don't have it. I don't have that size. But the Rustic is indeed the Robusto. So not that it mattered, but there you go. So let's get right to it. The new size in the Patina Maduro, which they call the Copper. Smaller ring, does it yield better flavors? We're about to find out. A lot of times they do. There's that sound. Somebody wrote me the other day and said, what kind of cutter do you use? Sidecar X1, I believe it's called. Just your basic sidecar. And that's about the only kind I use. Sometimes I change it up, but for the most part on the reviews, to keep everything uniform, I'll use the sidecar. Cedar, citrus, peel, nutmeg, dry cocoa, black pepper at about 7. That's how you start. Nothing's really popping. It's very much a dry cocoa. I wouldn't even say there's much of there's a little brown sugar, but mostly it's just a sweetness. Cocoa isn't overly sweet, so it must be brown sugar there. So we'll say it's a little brown sugar also. That's just a little bit though, not a lot. So that's how you start. See what we have at the first third. Into the first third. And the flavor notes are like I described before, but there's definitely a little more brown sugar in there, which it needed badly. And there's a little twanginess of a little bit of a citrus, actual citrus, but it's not a lot. There is your cocoa. There even appears to be somewhat of a black coffee base in some small amount. Medium bodied. Finish is cocoa and nutmeg with average or below lingering black pepper. This is not a bad cigar. It's just not wowing me. I don't, it's been over a year and 3 months since I reviewed the Robusto version, and perhaps this is one of those where smaller is not necessarily better. The first third I'm rating at 91. It's not a bad tasting cigar, but it's not anything that's grabbing me, but it does have nice flavors. 91 is not a horrible score. It's just below what the others Robusto started. So be it. Let's just see how it plays out. But right now, it is a 91. So let's see what the second third has. Into the second third. And there's a little more sweetness in it now. It's more, instead of just dry cocoa, it's a little more of a chocolate. I think the black pepper has improved some. There is adequate sweetness, or decent sweetness, from brown sugar. The black coffee is more noticeable. Cigar is slightly improved. Finish is more of a chocolate nutmeg and average lingering black pepper. So it's slightly improved. So the cigar overall is slightly improved. Medium, leaning toward medium to full. I'll raise the score to 92. It's an okay cigar, and it's not bad, but it's just not grabbing me. It is good enough to be a 92 at this point, but it's not something that's outstanding. Definitely at this point, I can say the smaller ring has not helped this cigar to me. So let's just see what we have in the final third. Down to the end, so let's wrap it up. The brown sugar is definitely elevated. Chocolate, light nutmeg, light black coffee base. Citrus peel is not there anymore. Medium to full. Finish is unchanged from the last segment. This is not a bad cigar. It's just not a wowing cigar. I'm going to hold 92 for the final third. I would say it's well worth trying. It's got nice notes, but you can tell me if you find it differently, but I like the flavors, but it's not a wowing cigar. So the overall score is going to wind up 91.67. Which is a decent cigar. It's just not a crazy good cigar. That's my take on it. So there you have it. The new Patina Maduro Copper, Corona Gorda 6x46. 91.67.